I just want you to know that you don't have to give up on your dreams, and you can find a way to make anything that you truly believe in happen. Hello, welcome back to Sarah Lynn Studios. This is studio vlog number 18, and we have a special guest, Muse, here. She's been in every single vlog. Who am I kidding? And the acrobatic phoenix. I just invaded his privacy. Sorry, buddy. For the past couple months, I have been working on a couple deadlines for my So Craftastic YouTube channel. Check that out if you're not familiar with it. That's my main channel, and I have had that since 2010. I've been here a long time, but this is my new channel where I have been posting for about 9 months now, and I've had my small business for 6 months. It's been officially open for that long. I have been seriously designing products for it for about a year. So last year around this time is when I was creating my first products. Also, for the first time ever, I just put a new battery in because the other one was dying, and this one is also dying. Somehow I didn't charge the battery pack, so I don't have long with this camera. See, I'm not kidding. Normally this should not happen. One should always be charged, and I don't know how I messed this up. While on a break today, I was watching Fear the Walking Dead, and if you can see, I'm already almost finished with season 3. Okay, so that battery just died too. I'm now using my DSLR, and the battery is on 1 bar, so apparently I'm gonna have to change to this battery. Batteryception. Look, I couldn't even make this up if I tried. We have 1 bar, but hopefully this battery pack is charged, and then I put the camera there so I don't forget to charge the battery that's in it after that one charges. Let me preface this by saying I have absolutely no plan for what I'm gonna say. I have no notes here, nothing written down. I just am gonna wing it. One of the biggest things about having a new business that I have noticed personally is my ideas from a year ago when I was designing products, and even 6 months ago when I first launched. My vision, my plan for the steps that I'm going to take and the products that I'm going to launch, that plan has changed drastically. A year ago, I thought I was gonna have a couple enamel pins, a couple stickers for my launch, and last minute I decided to push my shop opening a month back from January to February. So I ended up launching February 29th on Leap Day, and I, at that point, had made this really big change. Sorry for all the noise. My cat is playing with a spring toy. He's carrying it in his mouth right now, but they're made, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A light bulb just fell out of my softbox. It just fell out. Thankfully the fabric caught it and it didn't crash to the ground and shatter. I'm still out of breath from the shock of this. Okay, so let's turn the light off and try to remedy the situation here. Definitely have to unplug it as well. I can feel just by putting my hand near the lights, it did not get anywhere near hot yet. Yeah, that is not even warm yet. Somehow it got loose, fell out of its little home. Let's put her back. Now everything should be okay. So at the risk of sounding extremely corny, I want to make a connection between this light bulb falling out situation and the first 6 months of business. Business in general, whether you have been at it for 1 week, 1 year, 10 years, it doesn't matter. Not everything is going to go as planned. There's going to be bumps along the road. There's going to be a roller coaster of events. So many changes that you actually decide to make with your business as you are planning it out. So let me just say that at the very beginning, I had only really planned to launch maybe 5 stickers, 5 enamel pins, and that was it. I was gonna see how those did and take it from there. And then maybe come December of 2023, I'm like, wait, no, I have to have more than this. I can't just have these things. Like, I have been waiting for so many years to launch an online shop. I want to do it right. So I invested more time, more money, more learning, different programs. I had already done the whole Illustrator thing by then. And to be honest, okay, wait, this is totally off track, but for those of you who are interested in creating enamel pins, I'm about to order some more enamel pins, and I am going to ask the
manufacturer to do the vector art for me. So I learned this entire skill and I don't feel like doing it. And they charged me $15. The manufacturer I went through, they charged me $15 to do the artwork anyway. So I think it would be the same if they have to just do the vector art. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna say, can you just vectorize this image for me? Because I don't feel like doing it, to be completely honest. And that is one thing that is a big takeaway, is time is money. If you have the money to spare, you know, if you know that someone else can do it better, if something's going to take you 5 times as long as it takes someone else to do it and you can outsource that work, go ahead and do that. If you know, think that it's a wise investment and that you can afford it, that it can be budget friendly. Now to get back on topic, I just couldn't bring myself to launch maybe 10 items of 2 different types, stickers, enamel pins, when there are so many other things out there. And I know that I was just starting out, but I didn't know what my audience wanted. I didn't know how many things to add, but I just did what my heart told me to do. I let my gut guide me. That's not always the best advice, but for me it seemed to have worked because that's kind of how I make all my decisions in life. I got into YouTube because I just felt like it was the right thing for me. I always knew I wanted to do art and make some sort of career out of that. There was no other option for me. That's just something that I knew I was gonna make happen somehow, some way. And I did. And that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't believed in myself. If I had given in to fear and doubt, that would never have happened. And there are some really extremely important people in my life along the way at that time who really encouraged me. And I'm sure that they know who they are if they're watching this, but I couldn't have done it without that support. So just know I'm forever grateful for that support that I had in the midst of so many doubts from other people who just wanted the best for me and didn't think that I could make a career out of art, YouTube, anything else in the creative realm, because it's a gamble. I'm so sorry for Phoenix. So again, I followed my gut instinct, followed my heart, followed just what I felt the universe was telling me, what my faith was telling me, and I took a plunge, made more of an investment into my products, and I went all out. In my mind, anyway. I did quite a bit more than I had initially planned on doing. So at that point, I made a ton more sticker designs, and I also included bookmarks. I researched different manufacturers and printing companies. I found out who the best options hopefully would be to print my products. I ordered way more inventory than I probably needed to, but hopefully it pays off in the future. Again, with that gut instinct, I really, really hope that I can move this inventory over the next couple years, because a big thing about business is the first year, you're probably not going to be extremely successful unless you blow up on TikTok, potentially know a lot of people in your community, have family and friends who are extremely supportive, because it's just really hard to get your name out there online. Even with my following on my Stokecraftastic YouTube channel, you would think that I would sell like 1,000 products right off the bat. No. It doesn't matter with the numbers of how many subscribers there are, how many views there are on a video. So many people who watch YouTube videos are not directly invested in that person, as in me. Like some stranger watching my craft videos, they're there to see the artwork, learn about the product. They're not necessarily there, maybe 99% of the time, they are not there to look further into what I personally do and buy products from me. Spend their hard-earned money on someone that they've only seen on their computer screen once or a handful of times. And I don't blame them. Okay, I think I need a drink of water. Ow! I just did something extremely lazy and reached so far over the couch to get my water instead of walking around. And I think I pulled an ab muscle. That brings me to another thing. I have absolutely no idea at this moment who my audience is, because had I started selling products a decade ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, back when I was in prime Rainbow Loom era and just all the different things I was doing, like Wreck This Journal series, soap making, which by the way, maybe next year, possibly, I will be expanding into some more handmade practical type stuff to go back to my craft roots. That's another story, but maybe I will potentially learn how to make cold processed soap and make that a line of my business, an extension of my business. I might kind of split into two and have different divisions, because one will be more mature and one will be more like mature chic type vibe, and the other will be more like crafty, kind of youngish, but like, you know, colorful, cutesy, whatever. Hello, Muslin. Hello, no butts in the no butts in the okay. Yeah. So it's okay. You want to be this way? Okay. So fine. My camera just shut off abruptly. I think this battery is also dying. We're learning so many lessons today from unexpected events.
Are you serious? Hey, where am I supposed to sit?
She won the seat. I got a new one. I believe I was on the topic of not knowing who the heck my audience is, who my customers are, most importantly. Like, this time I talked for about 10 seconds and the camera did it again. I just switched the battery back to the one that was charging, and this one seems to have more juice now. I don't know what's going on. I swear, just this is meant to be a lesson for you. So if you have stumbled across this video, I feel like it has happened to you for a reason. You have some sort of lesson to learn and you're learning it along with me, that life is just so unpredictable. Things do not go exactly the way that you want them to all the time, and you have to learn to roll with it. So that's what we're doing, right, girl? Right? Where was I? So my audience, my customer base. I have no idea who my customer base really is at this point. So I don't know who to target my marketing toward. I haven't really done much marketing. That's the thing, is if you put in kind of a part-time work week, part-time hours is what I'm trying to say. If you put part-time hours into something that you want to make a full-time income on, is probably not going to happen. Not for the majority of people anyway. And that's okay for me right now, because I'm placing an emphasis on kind of spreading myself amongst different things at the moment. I'm trying to get back into my YouTube channels, work with more brands, aka sponsored content, work on building up my small business, of course. And I'm also constantly thinking of new products that I can introduce and new types of products. I guess we can jump back to what I was trying to say about the different types of products I imagined that my business would be centered on at the beginning. I thought that I would have 100 vinyl sticker designs by now. Maybe not 100 yet, but I wanted to just keep releasing new stickers every single month. I thought that would be the route I was gonna take, to specialize in vinyl stickers, enamel pins, stationery, you know, all the notepads. I have notepads, I have done ballpoint pens. I'm gonna do some wristbands. I haven't released those yet. You see that tote bag back there? That's a new thing that I just tried. I absolutely believe that everything happens for a reason. And the quote, "one day at a time," is extremely meaningful to me, because I don't want to get into all the things that I was going through, but I have been overcoming a lot in the past few years, really difficult things and situations, and lots of grief in different ways, loss in different ways, and it was a lot to bear at times. I had a very negative outlook some days, and I hated that, because that's not who I started my channel as. That wasn't me. That's not who I am. I'm not a negative person. I'm not someone who doesn't believe the best in the world and in other people and in my personal life. I always believe that I'm going to accomplish all my goals and that I'm going to have so much happiness and just thrive and all those things. Like, I don't believe that I'm going to fail and have to you know, change my career path completely and not be able to do what I love. So there were some very dark times where I didn't know if I'd be able to continue doing what I love because financially, you know, I cut back on posting videos. When I cut back on posting videos multiple times, the first time it happened was 2020. Not for the reasons that you probably think either. It was completely personal life related. And last year in 2023, I had another huge hiatus because of a mystery illness that plagued me for about 6 months. Or no, was it? It was April, wait, okay, so I started feeling sick in March, April, May, June, July, August. I did not find out until August after a trip to the emergency room, multiple trips to my general doctor, a primary doctor, actually a nurse practitioner, but I don't know if that makes a difference. I went to multiple specialists, an allergist, a hematologist, a GI doctor for gastroenterology. No one knew what the heck was going on with me until I finally went to a dietitian who I had seen a year or two prior, and I asked for a stool sample test, and guess what? My mystery illness that had depleted me of so many vitamins, I was extremely malnourished, I was basically bedridden. I'm telling you this story not so you feel sorry for me. I promise you I'm telling you this for an extremely important reason, and it is because I had never felt in my life so close to death than last summer. I didn't think some nights that I would wake up to see the next day is how bad I felt. And I did not plan to get this deep in this video. And I didn't, yeah, but I just feel like I need to share this because I was bedridden for so many weeks, maybe months. I was unable to eat over a certain amount of calories. I lost over 10 pounds. And I already, as you can see, don't have that. Like, this is me with a full 12 plus pounds gained back. I'm so excited and so happy and proud of myself. And my mindset has again become more positive. I'm not 100% healed, but I'm doing better every single week. And I'm going to continue to try to heal and to get back to who I was before I got a parasite. Who knew a little microscopic army of creatures could cause so much havoc, wreak so much havoc? I was doing okay before that, but I had such a different vision for my career at that time, and I honestly kept pushing the small business dream that I had had for years. I kept pushing that away, and I'm like, I can't make that happen. I have to make YouTube videos every single week. And I think that I just ignored the callings to me saying, like, Sarah, this is not the way to do it. You're not happy making videos every single week, editing videos every single week. You know that you've wanted to make this business a reality for years, and you keep putting it off because you found so much success through your YouTube. But I wasn't listening. I'm like, I have to make YouTube work. I have to make YouTube work because that's who I am. Like, I can't just not post a video every week. I can't do that. And I got really scared. I started living in fear more and more. And I don't know what your personal beliefs are, but I think that for me, after a certain amount of time of knowing, I seemingly knew what I needed to do, but I kept ignoring that, and I kept saying, nah, no way, like, I'm gonna do it my way. And I got extremely sick and was forced to not be able to film and stuff because I didn't have the energy. So during those weeks and months of not really being able to walk around very much without getting extremely weak and shaky and fatigued, I took my laptop desk into my bed. I enrolled in a really awesome enamel pin 101 basics class by, what's her name? Oh my gosh. I know her name, Becky Helms. So I had been following her for years, and all of a sudden I just decided to take her course. I learned how to do the enamel pin stuff. I learned how to do the Illustrator program basics, and I sent in my first designs, got pins designed, got stickers designed. I'm so nervous now because I really, as much as I seem really confident on camera, and you know, I've been doing this for over a decade, I come on here all bubbly and happy and cheerful and like dressed up and cutesy, and behind the scenes, I'm not saying I'm not confident, but I do care about what people think about me. And I absolutely hate for people to have pity on anything that goes on in my life, which is why I hide things that are really difficult. Like, I know that the things that I've gone through over the past few years, if I told those stories and shared those experiences, I could help so many of you, but I can't do it. Like, I can't bring myself to do it, but at least I can bring myself to tell this story. And I hope that it helps at least one of you know that things can get better. I can't even describe how bad last summer was. It was the darkest time of my entire life, after a previous dark time that I thought would never ever, like nothing would ever be worse than that, I thought, but there was something worse than that. And that was when I lost my physical health. I mean, I had little issues before then, like I would get like stomach issues and stuff. It was nothing in the past could ever compare to what I dealt with over the past year, last summer specifically. So if I made it through that, I want you to know that there is hope for you as well. No matter what your situation is, I made something positive out of a really dark experience, and I didn't give up. So I just want you to know that you don't have to give up on your dreams, and you can find a way to make anything that you truly believe in happen. During that time, I don't know how I got anything done, to be honest. There would be days where I could only work for maybe 2 to 4 hours, and that was it. So it took me, obviously, double, triple, quadruple the time to do things that other people may have been able to get done in, you know, a fraction of that. But I did it. I launched something that I had been putting off and had in my heart for a really long time. And I'm really happy that I took that leap of faith, and yeah, here we are today, 6 months after my shop launch. And what I've been trying to say this entire video is, at first I planned for it to be mainly stickers, enamel pins, stationery, and then I wanted to expand, of course, to apparel, so hoodies and tote bags. Like, I knew I wanted to do those, pencil pouches maybe. But what I didn't think about is how I really want to expand to some other types of products, and I have this really secret launch coming in hopefully in a few weeks, at the end of September or the beginning of October. I have a product launching for fall that is more crafty related, meaning I'm hand making these products. It's not polymer clay, so don't get your hopes up for that. I do want to start sharing some of my old polymer clay charms on TikTok and like go through all those, but anyway, if you can guess, I mentioned I want to do some more things that are a little bit more mature, grown up, practical, chic, modern, and just things that more people in my personal life and people around my age can use and like feel okay about buying, because there's a ton of people who think stickers are extremely cute, but they're not going to invest their money into a bunch of stickers, and then like if you have sticker anxiety and don't know where to put them, you just kind of put them in a drawer and you don't stick them on anything. So I want to release some things that people in my actual life might actually enjoy. Like, I will have so much fun making them, learning a new process, and not gonna lie, it is something that can be potentially lucrative because it's a huge industry at this moment, and it's only growing according to the projected business charts of money. So I have really big dreams and goals in life, and I don't want to be complacent and just be comfortable with where I am right now. Is this a great place? Am I doing okay? Yeah. But is this what I want? Is this what I have dreamed for in the years past? No. So at some point I'll probably be splitting my brand into two. But for now, just know that if things don't seem to mash up that well, and you know, I have some like really cutesy things, and then I have some other like more practical crafty things. By the way, I never did print art prints. I never did get art prints printed. Have I just been off center this whole time? Probably. Are there any other things that I can quickly say that I've learned or experienced during these past 6 months? February 29th, and I'm filming this on August 28th. Procrastination is gonna happen. It's bound to happen. Do your very best to not procrastinate. I cannot say that I have succeeded at that 100% because a while back I was writing down my inventory in a notebook and I never finished that. I guess feedback from other people with anything, you're not going to be able to please 100% of the people 100% of the time. There are some requests that I get for different products and I'm like, yeah, I want to do those and I'll put them on the list. I don't know when I'll get to them or if I'll get to them, if I have the money to invest in that, but you know, it is a possibility. So there's people who are going to want different variations of things you already have, and you might not be able to offer those yet or ever. It might not be something that's in the cards or like on your immediate journey. I just purchased from someone today on YouTube who I have been subscribed to for years, and I'm like, oh, I definitely want some of their stickers at some point. I finally did it today. So you never know when that person who has been watching you for so long will finally purchase something from you. It's not anything against you. It maybe not even financially an issue. It's just sometimes that perfect product will call out to them and they'll be like, I have to get this. And it'll be like, oh, and I want this and this and this too. So you never know when you're gonna get customers. Hopefully this was helpful. I don't know what else to say, so I'm gonna end this here for now. I have to get a snack and I'm gonna sit down and watch more of Fear the Walking Dead. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back very soon with another studio vlog. I'm gonna be testing the HTV Ront heat press and showing more of that process. I'm gonna be doing some product launches, so stay tuned. And I hope that you have taken something, just one positive thing away from this video, and that it helps you in your life moving forward. As the bag behind Muse says, remember to live your life one day at a time, and I will see you very soon. Have a great rest of the day. Bye. So when I'm finished, you're ready to get up? Of course.